Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint Germain family. In today's video, I'll be going through my thoughts on every single PSG player so far this season. First one is Gianluigi Donnarumma. Paris Saint Germain obviously haven't faced that many shots. We've been very good defensively across all competition, across all games. And yeah, he's been as good as last season. Next up is Matvei Safonov. He's obviously only played 2 games, the most 2 recent games against Girona. He wasn't tested, but in the recent game, he only faced 1 shot on target and he conceded it. If that was Donna, he's probably saving that shot coming straight at him. Decent, I guess, from Safonov. Marquinhos, he's been good, continuing his trajectory from last season. But the mistake versus Rem is unacceptable. And he nearly costed us. I mean, he costed us 2 points and he nearly costed us 3 points. And his ball progression has not been good either. So, I don't know. I'm iffy about Marquinhos so far this season. Next up is Milan Skriniar, and he's obviously only featured in 1 game. Started obviously in that Stade de Brest game, and yeah, I was happy with him, that performance. Let's see what Milan Skriniar can do for us for the rest of the season. Ashraf Hakimi, in my opinion, he has been the best PSG player so far this season. He played every single minute, every single game, apart from the most recent one. And we didn't miss him in that game. He's been exceptional both defensively and offensively. And what a player and what a season Ashraf Hakimi is having. Next up is Willian Pacho, and he's had a very surprising season with Paris Saint Germain so far. Hopefully he can continue. One thing I want him to improve on is ball progression and passing ability, but everything else he's doing at a very high level. Love it, Pacho. Nuno Mendes featured in some games here and there, but once again, best left back in the world, performs at such a high level and got us that important 3 points versus Girona. Baller. Lucas Beraldo, I mean, he's had to play out of position so many times. He's a left-footed, should always play as a left centre-back. He's been playing as a left-back or as a right centre-back in many of his games, but he's always done a decent job. So I'm happy with him. Yoram Zag obviously only featured in the first game for PSG this season, and I mean, it wasn't that good. Yeah, it wasn't that good. Fabian Ruiz, again, one player that hasn't featured enough, has had some good moments, some bad moments. Decent start for Fabian. Kang In Lee, very impressed with him. He's definitely taken somewhat of a leap. We'll see if he can do that consistently this season, but I'm very happy with Kang In Lee's performances and contributions so far this season. Next up is Vitinha, and Vitinha just picked up where he left off from last season, continuing being the best midfielder in the world. And yeah, he can improve a bit, but I'm happy with Vitinha so far this season. Doué obviously has featured as a substitute in many games and started last game, and it was a decent performance. When I see Doué, he's extremely raw. We can see that he's 18. We can clearly see that he's 18, unlike another player that is 19 that we can't see that age. But Doué needs way more time than other players to develop and gain confidence traits. Joao Neves, best signing in my opinion in Europe's top 5 leagues this summer, has performed at such a high level already at such a young age. Generational player. Warren Zaïre-Emery, like Vitinha, he's picking up from where he left off last season, which is being absolutely mid. I had huge hopes for Warren this season. I thought the rest throughout the summer, I thought sitting on the bench during the Euros and not getting a single minute would make him harder and more focused mentally, but I don't know what's wrong with Warren, I'm going to be honest. Mayulu, happy with the Seni Mayulu. He's been performing at a good level whenever he's come on, especially physically. That's for me the biggest surprise when it comes to Mayulu. So yeah, I want him to get more minutes and being tested. Ousmane Dembele, what a season he's having so far. You know, he's had a lot of doubters, a lot of haters, and he's definitely silenced a lot of them. Scoring obviously goals, having assists, and just performing at a very high level. Obviously, that Girona game is still at the back of many people's mind, and Dembele deservedly deserves the criticism and has to pull up in, you know, he can't do that again. He just can't do that again. But yeah, I'm very happy with Dembele so far this season. Muani has improved from last season. So yeah, I'm happy with the improvement. He always hustles on the field. He's always pressing. He's always doing good stuff. Obviously, still far away from that 90 million player we thought that we bought, but I'm happy to see improvements. Bardely Barcola, 3 games, best player in the world, 3 games, very mid. We know this from Barcola from last season. He's a confidence player. When he has confidence, he's the best. When he doesn't have confidence, he doesn't look that good. Just a period. But overall, I'm happy with Barcola's start so far to this season. And lastly but not least, Marco Asensio. Once again, he's a player that gives me 7 to 7.5 every single game. I'm happy with it. Obviously, Paris Saint Germain need a better starter. I don't think Asensio has the quality to be a starter at PSG, but from the players that we have now, I'm happy with Marco Asensio's season so far. And last one I have to talk about is Luis Enrique. I think he managed us and tactically set us up very well in the first 4 games of the season. The past 2 games have been questionable, both the lineup and tactically how we're playing football, but I'm still happy enough with Luis Enrique so far this season. And that's been it for my thoughts on every single PSG player, including Luis Enrique so far. Let me know in the comments down below if there is anything you disagree with. That's been it from your boy PSGINT, and as usual, allez, allez, les Paris.